Children's Diabetes Foundation and the Barbara Davis Center are going to host their annual EPIC conference. And joining me now to talk about that is Lori Sussel, the research director at the Barbara Davis Center. I think the world of you guys. I love your mission. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having us here. Really appreciate it.
Of course. So let's start with the conference. What is the EPIC conference?
So EPIC, it stands for Empowering Patients for Individualized Care. And really, it's an annual conference that we hold for the general public to give them information about type 1 and type 2 diabetes. We really want to let them know what the latest research is going on and what care options are available. Traditionally, it's been an in-person event, and unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we've been moving it to a virtual event the last couple of years. But that has the advantage of reaching a broader audience.
That's great. I mean, get the word out to as many people as possible. So what kind of practical advice will participants get during this conference?
Well, you know, it's a great conference in that it's actually two conferences in one. So there's two different sessions that are going on simultaneously. One session is really focused towards adults with diabetes, and the other session is focused on children with diabetes. And each track will go on simultaneously, and basically the whole idea is to discuss the newest technologies, what drugs are available, what therapies are available, and what can be expected in the future.
And you're actually going to be giving the keynote presentation, research being done into type 1 diabetes. What are researchers at the Barbara Davis Center working on right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, it's a really exciting time for type 1 diabetes research. There's several clinical trials that are going on right now for immunotherapy, so trying to target the immune cells that are causing the autoimmune disease. And also there are therapies ongoing for replacing the insulin-producing cells with stem cell-derived cells. And so that is research going on nationally. And at the Barbara Davis Center, we have actually two different teams of scientists. One team is really focused on understanding the autoimmune response and trying to identify those cells that are responsible for that response. And then the other group of scientists are looking at the insulin-producing cells and trying to figure out why they're targeted and maybe how to develop new therapies to make sure that we can replace them in the future.
And you may have touched on it a bit, but overall, what are researchers focusing on when it comes to type 1 diabetes?
Yeah, so both at the Barbara Davis Center and around the world, I mean, really there's four major areas right now going on. One, we want better biomarkers to be able to predict the disease before it actually happens. The other focus is really on figuring out how to block the immune system, how to figure out how to block the specific immune cells that are causing the autoimmune destruction of the insulin-producing cells. Then we're also trying to figure out ways to protect those cells, the insulin-producing cells, from the immune system. And finally, finding ways to replace those cells once they're destroyed. So in a sense, trying to find a cure.
Well, you guys are doing amazing stuff, important stuff. Thank you for your time, and thank you for what you do, Lori. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to people coming to the conference.
Best of luck. Best of luck. The EPIC Diabetes Conference is going to be Saturday, May 21st from 8:30 to 3 p.m. It will be held entirely online, so for ticket information, go to our website, cbsdenver.com.